all of my inputs. Okay, things are looking good there. Yeah, I do need to pull up. I got to share the stream and all that good stuff. So we'll take time for people to be able to come in here and everything. So we'll get this going. I do have some updates. I got some good updates today. So let's see. We're going to share this to the Veteran Nation group. Post. So that's posting. Okay. Posting up. I'm going to share it to the Otter Creek group as well. There we go. Let's see. I have to laugh. I got people sending me stuff because of all of the stuff that has happened with Nick Rakita. With all the stuff that's happened with him, it has caused this massive shitstorm. So I will be getting into all that. But yeah, it has been crazy. But I do need to find this live onto Twitter and get it shared to a couple of the groups that I like sharing it with. Share post via direct message. Those people want it. They'll want it. They'll want it. Boom. Boom. There we go. So we're getting it out there. There we are. For those of you joining, welcome. Let me get the chat up here. Welcome, Jamie. Hola. She's joining us, I believe, from the Discord. So thank you. You're an Air Force veteran, correct, Jamie? I thought that's what you had said. I could be getting you confused, so apologize if I do. I hope. Oh, wrist disabled writer. Buy a keyboard, dude. Speech to text. Okay, yeah, you are Air Force veteran. Well, I hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend. Remembered our fallen brothers and sisters. Sorry, I just have to turn this fan because it is warm out here in the desert, and when I go live, I have to turn the AC off. If not, you guys will be like, "What's that noise in the background?" So I will suffer. I will sweat, all for you. So we're okay. We got some people in here. Oh, hey, we got Max Lav in here. Welcome. Good to have you in here. We got Daphne from Nashville, Tennessee. Let's go ahead and update the board. And we got Tana K. Judd from Seattle, Washington. Oh, and Sasquatch is joining us. So let me just update the board real quick. I still don't have the international board done because I am lazy. Nah, I just had other stuff going on. Let's see. Nashville, Tennessee. Right there it is. Boom. Push that in nice and good so it doesn't fall out. Had one fall out on me. And then Seattle, Washington. I've been to Seattle. I flew into Bellingham. There we go. So we're expanding the board. Vincennes, Indiana. Is it on here? Or do I have to look it up? I'm gonna have to look it up. Oh wait, no, it's on here. It's on here. Yep, southern Indiana, right on the border. Let me get this in there. There we go. I got you. You're a blue one. Little boy blue. He needed the money. Oh. Oh, Bakersfield. You're just like an hour and a half from me. I live outside of Joshua Tree. So let's see. There's Palmdale, Lancaster, and Bakersfield. When you walk the streets of Bakersfield, there we go. All right, let's bring Sasquatch in here. Chris, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining. I'm gonna turn my monitor down so we don't get any feedback or anything.
Am I being
Okay,
loud?
I'm gonna write down Glens Falls, New York, so I don't forget before the stream is done. But thank you, Barbara. I will get you updated. Um, how have things been, man?
Doing pretty good right now. We just cleaned 8 quarts of strawberries. We're gonna get in there, wash them up, smash them up, and make a bunch of strawberry jelly.
Nice. That's actually my favorite fruit to eat, like from a farm and stuff like that. I've loved those ever since I was a kid. So I love strawberry season. Oh, there we go. Nice.
We cheated. We were going to go pick, but they were closed. Well, what farm closes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? That,
That's a bit weird.
yeah, but it didn't matter because it ended up storming. So we it was 8 quarts for $30. We just paid that. They were already picked, so.
That's we here in California we've got the along the side fruit vendors. I love going to them. I love getting fresh fruit from those guys because they're all over the place out here. But they add the Mexican spices to it, which give it some good stuff. I used to be young. I got you from Medford, Oregon. So I will update the board. I will make sure I get you on the board. But I want to get to Chris, and then I'll get into all the updates too. Um, is because you're there in Pennsylvania, is there a lot of strawberry places, a lot of strawberry growers?
Yes. Yep. A lot of
There we
you
go.
pay to pick. You can go and pick them by the quart and pay them and take them home with you.
That's
And a lot of the side stands, like you were talking about, you can buy a lot of the fruits and veggies that people grow on their own property. So I'll actually be doing that once we start harvesting, because I plan
nice.
on having quite a bit of extra. So we give it
That's
away some, to the neighbors and sell off what they don't want.
I have a little bit of a green thumb, but I'm not the world's greatest,
I
at growing
killed
stuff.
everything
But
already this year.
Angel here, you guys have seen Miss Angel on the podcast before.
Hmm.
It does have a green thumb, and she's now got me growing. Well, not me. She's growing celery. She took over my tomatoes. She's got the apricot and the peach trees, which you all seen. She's got those going. She's also growing peppers. So yeah, we're my house is starting to be taken over by plants, but that's okay. It,
I'll give you something that I learned about tomato plants.
what's that?
The biggest mistake most people make with tomato plants is that they water them every day,
Mm.
and you should not. They at most every 3 days, and that can be extended if you get rain.
So mine were doing okay, and then when she came here and kind of took them over, she was like, "Look, you have them inside. We got to take these outside." And she moved them outside, and they've been doing really good. I do want to give a couple shout outs to some of the people who've joined the stream. Eric Miller, as always, we love you, Eric. He's down there in Texas praying for us all. And I definitely need those prayers. I'm supposed to have court tomorrow, but everything looks like it's going to be delayed again. I don't know what happened to the Sixth Amendment for a speedy trial, but they keep kicking the can. And from what I'm hearing today, that's what they want to do. So, and then we've got Kim Ibarra in here. She's eating strawberries here in Cali. And, yeah, I think we've mentioned everyone else. So everyone, welcome to the stream. Um, we got a good mix of people. We got people on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube in here. So welcome. Um, what's your favorite thing to grow?
For consumer or to share?
For your personal.
Cucumbers.
Okay.
There's nothing better than a fresh cucumber and onion salad. In
Do you
my
ever turn them
opinion,
into pickles?
yes.
Nice. I
Yep.
love pickles. I'm
We've
not a big.
done.
Go ahead.
When I was a kid growing up, we used to do hundreds of jars of pickling and canning and anything from pickles to tomatoes to jams and jellies and I live in Amish country,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
so
That's one thing on the Midwest and the East Coast. I've always found things were just so easy to grow out here. Out here in the desert, it's a little bit harder. You got to find crops that are either sturdier or have access to water. And I'm fortunately in an area of California we have plenty of water, even during the drought. They're like, you have water in the desert. It's deep below us, but yes, we do have it, and it's incredibly clean, which is good. We actually our water processing here takes fluoride out of the water because it naturally occurs. And if anything weird happens, I just want everyone to know Conspiracy Kitty is laying on my desk and keeps laying on the keyboard. So just FYI.
Did you see where I added I added a surprise for you on Discord? I don't know if you saw it yet.
So I haven't been in my Discord in a while. When I pulled it up, I saw there was a notification. I did not go into it. Is this the Instagram?
No. When you did that thing where you put his hat on during the last live stream, I grabbed a screenshot of it and made a emoji out of it for you.
Nice.
It's on our Discord, yeah.
Okay, hold on here. I got to take a look at it here now. Emojis. There we go.
I didn't know if you would want to be in it, so I took him
Nice.
and made it him.
I'm now posting. That is awesome. I'll have to try to get a screenshot of that, and so that I can post it up in the thing. But Conspiracy Kitty, he is a trip.
Sure.
He's been all over me today. I only worked half a day today, so he's been all happy with me.
Nice.
I'm okay. People are saying they want to see Conspiracy Kitty. Okay, well, he might not be happy with me, but for picking him up. But let's see. There he is. Welcome back to the stream. He's not unhappy with me. He's just a little bit annoyed. Do you want to be a baby? No, you don't want to be a baby. He likes it.
Doing, buddy?
If I cradle him like a baby, he does like it sometimes. Don't you?
Yeah.
Say hi to Eric. Yeah, say hi to Eric. He's watching. He's your buddy. He loves you. Okay, you can go down. He's like, yep, not in the mood for attention just yet. He was getting a lot of attention from me earlier because the dog is in the other room. Hey, welcome, Andy. Two awesome dogs here. Do I have Clear Michigan? I thought I put you on there. I'll take a look. I think you might be on the board. And I see Eric put a link to the Discord. So everyone, if you have Discord, click that link and you can join the Discord. I do go in there. I'm just not up on my Discord as much as I am my other stuff. I've been trying to stay up on my social media, but it gets very overwhelming. Chris, I'm going to sidetrack for just a second because I have a lot of people in here who've been with me following this whole thing with What the Hales and his his fight that he's had with his neighbors, and it's turned into this big legal battle. And he's actually had his rights taken away from him. So I had done a complaint by the judge, and ladies and gentlemen, we have an update. So this is my Grudge Judge update. For those of you here, this is from the State of Florida Judicial Qualifications Commission. Dear Mr. Arthur, the investigative panel of the commission has completed its review of your complaint in the above matter and has determined that concerns you have expressed are not allegations involving a breach of the Code of Judicial Conduct warranting further action by the commission, but may be matters for review through the normal court process. The purpose of the commission is to determine the existence of judicial misconduct or disability as defined by the Constitution and laws of the state of Florida. If such misconduct or disability is found, the commission can recommend disciplinary action to the Florida Supreme Court. The commission has found no basis for further action on your complaint and therefore has been dismissed. So this is exactly what I was expecting, people. So I am not unhappy at all. And I know you're like, well, they're dismissing your complaint. If you recall, when I did this, this was about the DUI guy, Larry Foreman. I say that because I do know Larry Foreman, the DUI guy, because he was threatened. And it seemed like the person who was threatening him was someone who knew the judge. So if you remember, I did a formal letter and I sent it. I don't care that they're not investigating it. All this was about and still is about is putting pressure on the judicial system and Grudge Judge. That's what it's about. So this is just one little drop in one drop in the pot. That's all it is. But we're making people aware, people in the know, or yeah, we're putting people in the know who are in the positions where they can affect something. Because once you start getting these backdoor rumblings, you got to think there's a lot of these people who they love having their corruption. And if someone is doing anything that's bringing attention to it, they will start taking action. So this is a whole process. I am not mad at all about this. Actually, I'm quite happy because they are having to give official responses. This will now be a matter of record. If Grudge Judge keeps going on, all this stuff comes back to haunt you. Just like he testified for his lawyer buddy that was holding the phone over the thing, trying to get a naked woman who was in the tanning booth. Just like how that's come to bite him in the butt. That's what all this is for. So this is just a step in the process. I'm not unhappy at all. I do want to. So before we get back to Chris, I want to get to the comments here. June 4th is coming fast. Yes, it is. Lynette and John have to respond by then. If not, Grudge Judge is gone. Which is a goal. That's Jeremy Handle's ultimate goal. Our goal here is to stop the harassment and corruption. And if anyone knows anything more about Grudge Judge, send it here to me. As you see, I'm not afraid to put my name to paper. Do you know Silverman is withdrawing from Levy County Court as Lynette's lawyer? Yes, I did know that. She also has a fundraiser. She's trying to get a lawyer for the federal case, which could also be someone for the civil case as well. So I am aware of that. He did talk a little bit about this when he was in court. And I know people are saying, oh, it's because of her conduct or she ran out of money. All those are absolutely, possibilities. But with Lynette, he did, when he appeared in court on her behalf, he did say it was for a limited scope. I have a feeling the simplest answer is normally the truthful one. He's probably saying, yeah, this is not in the contract that I signed with her. It's outside of the scope. I'm not going to do it. So I'm just trying to get through the comments here, Chris. So
no,
goodbye.
Take your time.
Good.
I'm talking to Skipper. My mom's sitting across the table here. And
no worries.
And like I said, take your time, but I'm good. I got all the time in the world here.
I watched your stream a little bit today. That was her on it, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, she was
Okay.
driving the truck.
Yeah, I
Yep.
was watching a little bit of that. Kim says goodbye, Judge Grudge. Your days are numbered. They absolutely are. We've got what 6 days left to respond. I didn't know that. The firm is Scott something. Yeah, Scott Stark is the firm that she's trying to hire. Doesn't have enough money for it yet. Thank you for putting that link in there, Eric. Silverman is still witness. Yes, he is. June 4th, 1974 is when I joined the Army, so this will be great. Well, thank you. Thank you for your service, Joseph.
And he said, "Hi, Mom."
Oh, what's
See if I
that
can
you
get
got there? That's the Discord? Yeah.
Can you see him?
Conspiracy Kitty? Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little bit out of focus, but yeah, we could see the emoji.
Hold
So
on.
join the Discord if you want a Conspiracy Kitty emoji. But that's my
I try
update
and make it fun.
for that case. I know I'm not always good about doing the updates and giving people the payoff, but boom, now you got it.
Now that's the judge in Florida, right?
Yeah, he's down in Florida. He was putting in temporary injunctions that had no end in sight, and yeah, just ridiculous stuff.
Seen a lot of that in our judicial system lately. I'm not impressed.
You know, and I've had Ron Coleman. He's an attorney. I had him on the show before, and today I was watching one of his clips. I actually retweeted out, and he was talking about the Trump trial. People are starting to learn about the problems in our judicial system, and hopefully that means we'll be able to start actually getting them fixed. So we will see. If not, join the Army. Uh, 66 people in here. I want to thank everyone for being here. Please hit the like, subscribe. If you're on Twitter, retweet, all that good stuff. Also, leave your comments. We appreciate your comments. So cucumbers are your favorite personal crop.
Mhm.
What's the best one commercial you found?
Beans.
Really?
People love beans. Yeah.
Excuse me for 1 second. The dog wants in. Are you coming? Watch. Now we're gonna have a dog and cat fight.
It's always fun.
But
Oh.
yeah,
I'm sorry. Two awesome dogs says hi, Mom too. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to keep up with the chat here. And
oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine. This is I was trying to do a live stream yesterday. Me and TC were trying to get the show back going on a regular thing. Did Chris say beans or beets? He said beans.
beans. Yep.
Yep.
Especially snap sugar or.
Oh, I thought I heard a noise and I thought the cat was about ready to take the dog out. I normally hear the hiss before I start hearing rolling around. But what kind of beans exactly?
Snap sugar or green beans.
Makes sense. We just had some the other day. Welcome, Mercedes.
Nice.
Welcome back to the stream.
Hi, Mercedes. I made Cinder, my little white tiger that I have. I made him hiss yesterday. I went to get my daughter's attention, so I knocked on the bedroom window, and I forgot he was sleeping right inside it. And he jumped up and hissed at me, and it was hilarious. He didn't think it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious.
I've got, I had before I moved in here, this house was sat empty for a while, and there was a desert rats who got underneath this place. So I had to hire exterminator, and we got them out. But it is now snake season here, so they're all trying to come back in again. So I had to call my pest guy, um, and the cat. I know stuff is underneath because I got two cats here now, and they both want to go into the areas where they can go underneath the house. I got
Get
hunters.
yourself a snake for under the house.
Well, I don't do. I know I've had people suggest using the poison, but because I've got the cat, we don't do poison because rat eats the poison, cat eats the rat, which eats the poison. So yeah, we don't do poison. We do the humane traps where they get stuck in it.
Hmm.
That's I know a lot of people freak out. I got yelled at by Angel, like, you can't kill them. I'm like, we don't. We just trap them. We don't kill them. They get relocated. Now
We
snakes, I don't do snakes.
um we found out that we have new visitors to our farm here. Because we
Ooh.
have the possums, we have the cats, of course. We have coyotes running around. I haven't seen them close to here yet, but they're not. You can hear them in the distance.
Mhm.
Um, then of course the neighbors' dogs and stuff come over. But
See,
we have two raccoons now,
okay,
and one has no tail. So
that was a
I'm
fight.
like, yeah, yeah. I don't. Well, I'd love to hear that story, but
We um we have a lot of coyotes out here, and when I first, because I'm on the edge of town, so when I first moved out here, it was so dark. I put up a trail cam. I can't remember if I posted the pictures or if I just sent them to friends and family, but there were coyotes literally on my property, and I bought a lot of those cheapy solar lights from Dollar General and just kind of put them around the property. And they don't like the light. They keep their distance. They like to hunt in the darkness. So that has kept that, and I would imagine also the smell of the dog is keeping the coyotes away.
um, how to get rid of possums? The best way to get rid of possums is to get a live trap them, and take them. You want to take them at least 10, 15 miles away.
Yeah.
If you take them less than that, they'll come back.
Yep. Yep.
You know how I know that? I got a funny story if you want to hear it.
Oh, absolutely.
I had just had knee surgery, and I was sleeping on my recliner in the living room. And we had that magic mesh. Remember that when that was big?
Yep.
That screen. We had an indoor outdoor cat, so we're like, okay, well, we'll just get this mesh so she can just come in and out if she wants to. Yeah, that worked well. Mom comes in one time and she's like, you need to get up. I'm like, why? She's like, you need to get up, stand outside. I'm like, okay. Here, the possum had watched the cat doing this and decided it wanted to come in, and it made a home under my recliner. So we caught it, Mom took it that right down to the church here at the end of the property and
Mhm.
dropped it on that side of the road. Not even 10 minutes later, it was back up. I heard the clack of the magnets, and it was back under my damn chair. So, yeah, you want to make sure you take it all way far away. So,
Yep.
yeah, we took it down to the local creek down here and dropped it off at the end because that was a good place for it.
I have some family with some waterfront property in the Midwest, and yeah, they right now they're dealing with raccoons. They have had possums. They've had fox. Trying to think, they had an eagle that was like across the water from them. Um, yeah, quite a few different things. So uh, I'm no stranger to any of that stuff. I'm just looking at messages people are sending me here, and yet people might have a couple more people joining us on the stream. We'll see.
Awesome.
Hopefully, TC. Uh, yeah, TC, my co-host. We've been trying to get back to doing the show on a weekly basis. I think we actually might do. I'm going to suggest bi-weekly, not twice a week, every other week, because bi-weekly can mean twice a week or every other week for people not in the military. uh, but yeah, so he and I were trying to get at that. But he runs his own show. He's got his own platform, and he does stuff on that. So I don't want to run up against any of his stuff. So you know, perfectly understandable. I did want to talk a little bit. We had we had some people going at us on Twitter a little bit.
I had somebody pissed off, didn't I?
And I laugh because you don't really post anything. Like, I get when people are mad at me. Totally get it. Like, I am posting things that I'm probably trolling and they should be mad at. But you never post anything I could see anyone getting mad at, but yet it happens.
Well, because I defended Robin. Um, you know, Robin made a simple error. She didn't understand that Memorial Day is to celebrate those who didn't come home.
Yep.
And that happens a lot in this society because everybody thinks it's just a holiday. They don't, it's not like when we were kids. You know, when I was a kid, the family got together. We went to the cemetery. We cleaned the grave sites of the people who died in the wars, you know, and then we would go get together and we'd have a picnic and we would celebrate those people by discussing their memories and stuff. They don't do that anymore. So people
Yeah.
don't understand. And so for this person to attack Robin over it was just ridiculous. And then they came over to my page and attacked my post about tomorrow's show about the Battle Buddies app.
Yep.
And I'm just like, okay, more power to you. And then what really made me laugh about the whole thing was then she tried to play the victim and say I was abusing her. And I'm wait, hold on. You can't start shit and then play the victim. And then I just after that I was like, whatever. See you done. I just whatever. You know what I mean?
So that's an experience that I think I've gone through. There are people out there that they're going through. Well, I shouldn't say they're going through stuff. With many veterans, especially, I find they have issues that are just unresolved. I'll just leave like that. I won't say it's like a mental thing. I have said that in the past, but I think that was wrong for me to say. But they have issues that are unresolved, and that causes them to lash out. It causes them to also make a lot of assumptions when they hear stuff. So I try to be as forgiving as possible, especially when it comes to vets. And with that person, they were a veteran. They were also a Gold Star family member. So they probably.
And I did. I don't know if you saw, but I did say, that I was sorry to hear that they had lost somebody, and I did also say that I believe in forgiveness. If she wanted to apologize for how she talked, I would let the whole damn thing go.
Yeah. Which is funny because the other thing I wanted to talk about was Rakita Law. And it's getting really crazy with that situation. And I'm seeing a lot of people, first off, a lot of people, and me and TC actually discussed this. A lot of people were jumping on, kind of dunking on Rakita Law. Nick Rakita, for those who don't know,
like
he's a YouTube lawyer, and he was just arrested for substance abuse and child neglect. And he's big popular channel. He commented on the Rittenhouse trial, commented on Johnny Depp, a lot of stuff. So he's been a personality for a while, but if you follow me on Twitter, that's where I really spend most of my time. And I was critical of him and this other couple who run the Steel Toe Morning Show, Aaron and April Emolte. And they were very publicly the Rakitas and the Amoltes very publicly started doing drugs and swinging together. So there was a lot of this stuff happening very publicly for, I would say, the last 9 to 6 months. Well, it all resulted in Nick Rakita getting arrested, and they found 23 grams of cocaine in his home. I did do some things about it, and I talked about where I think the root causes. It's a woman out there. She's big on Twitter. A lot of people who are fans of this show, I know, like her. Because she puts herself off as a very MAGA person, and that's the comedian Chrissy Mayer. I will tell you, I've been watching Chrissy Mayer for years. She is a snake in the grass. You don't have to agree with me, but just if you start following her line, the whole swinging, the cocaine addictions, they're all following that circle. So that was my whole big take and what I really wanted to say on it. But Robert Barnes, who's another big YouTube, and he's big on Rumble attorney. He is right now, he is going hard at people talking about Nick Rakita. And I'll say this: Barnes is a very talented lawyer, very smart lawyer. If Nick Rakita is smart, he will hire Barnes as his attorney. But
Barnes is kind of busy at the moment up here in Pennsylvania.
Well, Barnes is always busy. He works, even though he lives not too far from me in Vegas. He does work nationally, but he is. I know him and Nick have done stuff together, and he wants to protect his friend, and I think that's incredible. I think going to to help him, I think is great. The problem is Nick's not really helping himself. His DMs in a group
I
that got
heard
published
all about
today.
that.
Yeah, so pretty much
He's being his own worst enemy at this point.
He's an addict, and you're seeing addict-like behavior. So for those of you who are, watch me because of the whole Jeremy Hales stuff, think of a really popular attorney suddenly starting to act like Lynette and John Crook. And it's the exact same situation. They will not acknowledge. Oh, Lily's here. You want to? No, she wants to lay down. The dog is in here. So yeah, the same type of behavior, this drug seeking, drug using behavior is what we're seeing out of all this. And hopefully Barnes or someone like that can get Nick off of these charges. But from what I see right now, Nick is not doing himself any favors with the continued addict.
What happened?
Behavior. Did I lose you? You there? I can see you. Can you wave? Uh-oh. I think Chris may have frozen a bit. Okay, yeah. Well, maybe Lily will come on stream. Lily, you want to come up? You want to come up here? You want to come say hi to the people? Come here. Come on. Come. Okay, now Glory's going to come up. Glory wants to say hi. Come here. There's Glory. All the dogs. Lily likes to try to rule the roost here. So, yeah, Lily. Oh, we lost him again. Nick is a spoiled trust fund kid. I don't know. He could be. I'll have to take your word for it. I just know he's been a good lawyer in the past. I will say that. I've watched some of Nick's streams, and he was giving sound analysis. But then, yeah, when I saw him with the Amoltes, pretty much that all started with Content House, which Chrissy Mayer was the host of. Also, the comedian Gino Visconti, who also has gotten himself into cocaine. So you see these circles, and then you see these behaviors kind of come out from these circles. In fact, I'm waiting on a guy who I had blocked for a long time. I unblocked him today because he's gotten in the middle of this. So, yeah, I'm looking. People are liking my tweet right now. So, open invite. If you want to come on and discuss it, open invite to those individuals who I've had. I shouldn't say I've had beef with. I find it so funny. Very few people do I have beef with. A lot of people tend to have beef with me. What do you think, Chris?
Oh, definitely. I'm set the way I am. Anybody who's known me for a long time that will tell you that. Um, I'll say what I think, and if you don't like it, that's your problem, not mine. You know, that's just the way I am. Um,
That's
one
what I
thing,
say whenever they start giving me a bunch of crap, but then they come back with
Waffle House at the moment,
right? Waffle House
but
drama. We don't have Waffle Houses here in much of California. I need to get to Arizona so I can
you're
go to a
not. You're
Waffle
about to lose. You're about to lose McDonald's, from what I hear.
House. This state is so poorly run. I would not be surprised. Like, I'm trying to think. What's something that everybody needs? Like what?
Fast food's not something everybody needs, but
I wouldn't be surprised if the internet packed up and said, "Okay, we're leaving." All of the internet is leaving California. It's that badly run.
oh yeah, I agree. I'm not going to argue with you on that. But one thing I will say is that I have seen so many YouTubers who finally start getting big, and they let that go to their head, and they end up ruining their channel, or they end up getting caught in some kind of a scandal. Um, it's crazy. I actually had a text from someone, because I used to help a YouTube channel. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say who it was. Some people know who it is. But I got perturbed with how they were treating their members, and I left. Didn't cause any drama. Didn't say anything. I left. And to this day, I still get messages from people who were still there. Um, and it's amazing some of the shit that they tell me. I just had a guy message me and tell me that he was paying this person $25 a month to be a member with there, and he left because the guy was making fun of people who couldn't afford to join as a member on his channel. And he said if he's going to treat his people like that, he said I don't want to be a part of it.
I've been noticing. I follow a lot of comics, and Tom Segura and Burt Kreischer do the Two Bears podcast, and there's been a lot of hate towards Tom Segura because of he's for people who don't do stuff, he calls them the poors, and when people say things to him like, "Hey, you should do this," he'll just respond with "poor." I do have to give it up to Eric, who said the internet leaving because of all the copper theft in California.
Right? That's why you guys can't keep good EV chargers either, isn't it?
Oh, I did find it hilarious that they cut all of the lines from the Tesla chargers up in San Francisco just to get the copper.
They do that down in Georgetown, right outside of Philadelphia, in the old part. They have it set up that if you buy a house there, you have to replace anything with original, authentic style parts. Well, some of the houses down there, all of their gutters and all that stuff are copper. My dad was down there doing a job of redoing all the gutters. He said 5 times they would go home that night, come back. 5 times people hit their site and stole all their shit. So yeah, it's crazy.
I watch a lot of these weird YouTube videos. I love going down the YouTube hole, and I watched where a guy he air tagged all of his stuff and drove. I believe he drove to Greeley, Colorado, and was able to steal all of his stuff back. Um,
Oh
I do
wow.
want to say, Two Awesome Dogs says my nearest Waffle House is in Toledo, Ohio, almost 3 hours away. That was my Waffle House. Two Awesome Dogs. That was mine. I ate there many times. Late '90s, early 2000s before I moved. Um,
Yes, Kim. That Young and the Restless actor was just killed over a catalytic converter.
Is that okay? I saw the news had that on. I always keep the news on when I'm at work. And I
Mhm.
saw that that story was on there, but I didn't really go down the rabbit hole. I was doing other stuff, so I didn't pay attention.
Yeah. Said he was defending his coworker.
I can believe it.
Well,
Um,
I don't. What the hell were they doing at 2 o'clock in the morning though? Do they record that late?
oh, he was on General
General
Hospital. Okay.
Hospital. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm not up to all the soap stuff.
I need to look on Restream because you can probably see it the way I do, Chris. It goes from like on my thing, it goes the comments go up, but when it gets to on the screen, they come downwards. And I've got my
Hmm.
logo right in the middle. I've got to find some way to see if I can move that logo. Um, that's just a Restream setup. Um,
Hmm.
so sorry for those of you with the comments. They do come down, so you'll be able to read them once new comments come up. Uh,
If something doesn't come up, I'll just post something quick to make it move a little bit. I
yeah,
can do that.
yeah, I do have that ability. I can make comments in here, but let's see what it comes up as. I can't remember. Oh, so it does come up as Veterination. Okay, easy.
Nice.
The problem was that was a problem that was a constant problem with that company. Oh, okay. Was that which company? I'm sorry. I don't
Yeah, I
know
missed
which company Brazil is talking about. General Hospital.
one of Linus the Tosser brain dead minions badmouthed me with no evidence, and all I asked was, did that one company finally fix their internet connection ability problems?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I wasn't keeping up with the chat. My bad, folks.
Um, are you in West Virginia by chance, Rosilla? Because I have friends that live in West Virginia, and they said that the cable and internet and electric companies are all a monopoly. It's one company for the entire state, and they're horrible. So,
So,
uh,
Eric, the watermark logo is only on YouTube. And thank you for reminding me. I do need to take that off if I'm going to use Restream. Um, I do have a question for you, Chris. How far are you from the Appalachian Trail?
about 20 minutes.
Okay. Do you have that weird cult that cooks the free breakfasts? Have you heard about
Mm,
that?
no, haven't heard that one.
Okay,
But
there's an
please,
Appalachian Trail cult. I do know they have several kitchens in Virginia, but yeah, they cater to people walking along the Appalachian Trail, and they'll give you a free breakfast, but they're trying to bring you into their cult.
oh, that doesn't surprise me. I
I'm
wonder if
so
that would be down towards probably Virginia, West Virginia area.
It's definitely in Virginia, but I do think they've expanded along the trail. The Tonsil Twins trial. Which which one's the Tonsil Twins trial? The
Chris is
Sasquatch.
in Ohana. Yeah, I don't do the cult thing, so sorry. But the ton
One
wait,
one day
what
I
did
will
I
have
miss?
my own.
Tonsil twins trial. Yeah, you got me there too. I don't know. Hi, Lori.
Is that the one about the girl down in Florida who faked her pregnancy? Um,
Let
Megan
me.
Fox was talking about that one. Uh, they talk about portals, dark spirits, and zombies. I don't know what they believe. Uh, are they froze? Don't know. All I know is it's a cult and they give free meals, mostly breakfast, to people on the trail. In fact, um, If you all like documentaries, I do like some documentaries. The one that I watched was They Called Him Mostly Harmless, about a guy who died hiking the Appalachian Trail, and no one knew what his real name was. At one point, he is in one of the cult kitchens. There's pictures of him there. You
I
don't
think
want
I've
to get
seen that.
to the tonsil twins, or the first 5 sentences will get you demonetized. It sounds like it. Okay, Laura Owens. Okay. BJ Betty. Got it.
Well, it must be bad because Apple won't even let me look it up. So
Oh, they're saying our cams are froze.
I think it's only on your end, Lori.
Yeah, looks good on my end. Free is always nice from a cult. Hey, I'll sit and talk to a cult for free breakfast. I do like to go to AA meetings.
Sorry.
Easy to swallow. I do like to go to AA meetings, not because I'm an alcoholic. I just like stale donuts and coffee and interesting stories.
I'll tell you what, they come up with, you get some really wild ass stories at some of them meetings.
That's I believe it. I remember, some of the stories of people I knew who went to rehab, and they were like, "Oh, I thought I had it bad. Oh, this guy had a story." What, you
Well,
coming back?
it's kind of like the half baked Bob Saget. Have you ever sucked for weed? That ruined Home Improvement, or not Home Improvement, but Full House for me right there, man. That was it. Done. I'm like, that's why Danny's single now, huh?
Conspiracy Kitty's laying on the keyboard again.
Ridiculous says depends on who or what they are serving. A lot of people disappear on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah, that's true.
Well, okay, so I
It
know a
does.
lot of people. There's a guy out there talking about vortexes and disappearances in our national parks, but I live literally a mile from, like, this way, 1 mile. I'm in a national park, and yeah, we have a lot of people that go missing and die here, but it's always dumb people from LA who, they tell you stay on the trail, and they don't stay on the trail. Like, they feel that they can wander. Um, the true bird of love is the swallow, not in this case.
Oh my.
Church of
Welcome back.
Scientology.
But
Scientologists are really weird. Hemet's not too far away from me. That's where they keep all the slaves, the Scientology slaves. They keep a lot there, or at Lake Arrowhead. Lake Arrowhead is where David Miscavige's wife is being held. Tonsil twins is a case about oral, and a woman said she was preggers with twins, lost them after going after one guy. She has done this multiple times, forged documents. The woman is sick in the head. Okay. You're trying to mess up my
wow.
stream, Cat. You need to stop. Yeah. There's a rash of this. There's her, Laura Owens, and then there's that girl who she was trying to extort the baseball player and got him banned from baseball because she said she was into rough stuff and was having him punch her during intimacy, and then she said that he SA'd her.
Yeah, are you talking about the one with the Dodgers thing?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. She should be in prison for lying.
Rosilla says I had Megan Fox spit coffee all over a monitor with a few comments. I bet you did, Rosilla. You're like me. You seem feisty, jumping in there, just tell the jokes. If I ever come on any of your people's streams, I'm just going to be in the comment section making jokes.
Cool.
Rosilla says, please.
You're gonna be with me tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be a guest on your show tomorrow. So just everyone, make sure you go check out Chris's stream tomorrow. He'll have me and Donna on, Donna Quatch, and she is just an awesome woman. who is doing stuff for. She's a veteran, but she's doing stuff for so many other veterans, and I'm helping her because she's that
Are
awesome.
you able to put pictures up on your stream?
I can, yeah.
Let me send you the. I'll send you the flyer.
Okay. Brazil says, please let it be Angel Hernandez. I love that joke. Angel Hernandez is notoriously the worst umpire in all of Major League Baseball. The guy sucks, and he's currently suing Major League Baseball because he hasn't gotten promoted. And he's saying it's because of racism. Or maybe Angel,
What?
maybe it's because you've blown calls in the playoffs. Like
He's the
even
worst
with instant
freaking.
replay.
He's the worst umpire in history.
Yeah, and he's saying that Joe Torre is racist and didn't promote him to let him do more playoff games. Remember the one where they hit the home run and they literally, you can see the home run, like the foul line is right here and it bounces right here and in, and he watched the instant replay and was like, no, 2 bases. And like everyone was like, are you insane? Even the team that benefited was like, what the hell is up with this guy? Oh, he just
Well,
retired?
He went at it with the guy from the Phillies a couple years ago. I mean, that was an intense one.
Well,
So
he did go, him and what's his name, Chet, the second baseman, Chet, no, Chase Utley. Sorry, Chase Utley.
yeah,
They got into it.
yeah, good times.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Eric just put up the link to Chris's tomorrow's stream. So there you go.
Yeah, I got the on your Discord messengers where I sent the flyer. Then
Okay, let me pull that up.
yeah, I worked on that. Took me a couple hours to get it just perfect to where she liked it. We were going back and forth, and she was like, "Well, why don't we do this?" And I'm not complaining one bit. I like it. It turned out really nice, and I'm just happy that she agreed to come on and talk with us. Hopefully, we can reach some more people and get the word out.
She's really smart. Like she's brilliant. She started the app in the middle of COVID and went to. It's a really interesting story. She went to great personal lengths to get it going. I am looking in my messages. I'm not seeing it.
In Discord,
Yeah.
did it not send? Let me double check. Two awesome dogs. I am an hour and a half northwest of Philadelphia.
I love that Philadelphia Eagle Stadium is the first ever NFL stadium to put a jailhouse and courtroom in the stadium so they could process fans faster.
Right?
And for those of you who are big fans of Anthony Cumia and the Artie and Anthony show, you will know what I'm about to say. This is one of Artie Lang's favorite things to talk about. The very first guy arrested in Eagles Stadium and was taken to that courtroom, and the judge arraigned him and asked him what he had to say for himself, and all he said was, "Troy Aikman is a faggot." And you can't get more Philly than that.
I posted during COVID when baseball was going on. I posted a picture, and it showed because they, being smart asses, they put the cardboard cut-ups in the stand. Remember?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And there was one laid over, and somebody made a meme about it, saying even during COVID, there's violence in Phillies games.
When they put those cardboard cutouts, I can't look it up because it was on my old Twitter account. But someone had done a thing, and I retweeted it out, and it was from the movie Major League when Charlie Sheen is pitching, but they gave him the cardboard cutout to pitch at because he was wild and uncontrolled. Like he kept hitting the thing, and it had all these dents. Did you freeze up, Chris? Oh, I think we lost him again. He'll be back. If either that or he's just really, really still. Maybe there's a deer in his yard.
There we go.
There we go.
Sorry. For some reason, the iPhone's not working. It won't send. So I had to send it off of this phone here that I'm on now.
Okay, I see it now.
So
I'm trying to open in browser. Okay, and now I'm going to share screen. Boom. All right. So here it is. There we go, full screen. So this is the show that this is Chris's show. Myself and Donna, we will be on it tomorrow, and it will be a very good time. Donna is what we're going to be talking about is the Battle Buddies app, which is the app that she started, which is an app to help veterans in need. I am a mentor on it, so if you're in crisis, you could reach out on there and possibly get me. And
well, not
God,
even on
God
crisis. You said it's not just for crisis; it's for even if they just need to talk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or that's how she explained it to me.
And I've already met several really good veterans through that app. We text each other, we talk, and it's just about expanding your circle of people that veterans that you can trust. But we also try to evaluate them just to make sure they're not going to harm themselves. Overzilla says, I was a rec umpire for 20 years, but they knew my strike zone was wide and consistent. I was a pitcher's umpire, not a batter's. So you're in Jersey. Too Awesome Dog says you're in Jersey, Chris.
Jersey? Oh, man, that's an insult. Jersey's not... I gotta... Hold on. We gotta take a walk here.
Eastern Pennsylvania to Jersey is like West Berlin to East Germans. It's where you go to escape.
We'll get my... Oh, shit, my med bag's getting wet. Dumbass.
You're not in the Poconos, are you?
No. Poconos are about 3 hours northeast of me.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is far.
Let's go. And the sun's starting to come out.
To be a mentor there, but I've not done so yet. Well, if you want to, I do know they are looking to expand. It is a lengthy process to become a mentor, only because we found some mentors just are not a good fit because, and thankfully I was advanced already in my PTSD journey that when people say things, it might stir up some memories, but it doesn't cause me a physical reaction. But there was a time where it did. And we've had that issue with some of the people with the Battle Buddies app who are trying to be mentors. But, not everybody, is ready at the right time. But if you do want to be a mentor, yeah, we are looking for people, but there will be a lengthy process. Can we send an invite to join us for game night Saturday night?
An invite.
An invite to me, to the crowd.
Whoever's here. I mean, if they want to join the Discord, and we're gonna do Name That Tune on Saturday night. So.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. We're gonna.
So.
You can.
I will not be around Saturday night. Oh, nice, pretty sunset.
We had storms here, as you can see the clouds all around.
This week, I'm not going to talk about what day, but this week I will say I am turning 45, so I'm almost to 50. And I have tickets Saturday night. I am going to see a concert.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be a good concert. Someone I'm not a huge fan of, but they're here locally, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go see her. So I'm gonna go see her.
You might surprise you. A lot of times you go to concerts and you're like, I don't know that I'll enjoy this, and you end up having a great time. especially depending on who you're with.
So, I will say this. I'm not going to say who I'm going to see, but I'm thinking of going dressed as a crying dog. So now you can all guess as to who I'm going to see. For Razilla's comment, I hope
Think
Ramstein is
about
in town.
that. Ramstein. Du
Docking.
hast. Du hast.
Actually, I almost saw Ramstein in Germany.
That would have been cool.
I went to Munich, and they had a rock and roll festival because I wanted to go see where the it was my first trip to Munich, and I wanted to see where the Olympic hostages were held, and I couldn't get back there because they had it blocked off. Three Dog Night. No, it is not Three Dog Night. Good guess though. Gee, I have
Three
three
Dog
kids
Night doesn't have a
older than
female
you.
singer.
I used to be young. Has three kids just a little bit older than me. Are any of them single ladies? I'll be 69 in October. Oh, that's salut. What from how many kids? 5 kids from Casino.
I'll be
Everyone's
40.
calling me a kid now. I really shouldn't say I'm a kid. The men in my family, I don't smoke because the men in my family who smoke have massive heart attacks in their 40s. So I'm on borrowed time, but I do not smoke for that reason.
Good reason not to smoke. I don't smoke because my mom told me when I was a kid she'd kill me if I did.
Eric asked, did I lose the soundboard? I did not. It is Shark Week.
I'm going to have to head in the house here in a minute. My phone's down to 13%.
Maybe we should, I've got the fan board. So I'm tracking where all the fans are. So if you haven't already, if you're not already on the board, put down the city and state. Right now, I just have the states. I got to get my international one up, but put the city and state where you are, and I will add you to the fan board. Maybe we should do a birthday, like a Veteran Nation birthday club. You send me your birthday, and I'll give you a shout out on your birthday. That'd be a fun thing.
Virginia? I've been there. I've been all over Virginia.
I did not live on the Eastern Shore, but I did live at Quantico for about 4 years, so familiar with it. Could you imagine me in the first experience? I'm seeing them playing pussy as I was crossing a Walmart parking lot. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Razilla, are you in Las Vegas? You're not far from me if you are. Okay, we got Kanawha, Iowa.
I'm going to turn my camera off real quick and head in and put my phone on the charger, and then I'll kick it back on when I'm inside and set up.
No worries,
but I can
man.
Still hear and talk.
There's a birthday thing in Chris's Discord. I'll have to check that out and put my stuff in there. I don't like. Okay, I've already made a post. I really don't like people being like, "Oh, happy birthday" and all that stuff. Birthdays are just not my thing. I'm okay. Oh, Annandale, Minnesota. I believe I've been to Annandale. I got to look it up. I spent a lot of time. My ex-wife was from Minnesota, so spent a lot of time up there. I jokingly say lost wages. Yeah, right. Every time I go to Vegas, I actually do okay because I play blackjack and I don't put too much. I don't put too much on the table in Vegas. I had someone trying to talk me into going to Prim though. I haven't been to Prim in a long time. Yeah, Eric saw my birthday post. Yeah, so guys who wish other guys happy birthday. It's always been suspect to me. I'm like, you trying to tell me something? You a little bit light in the loafers there. you know, I don't know.
Stone bug.
But their 5G is horrible in Vegas. I see. Okay, for all the veterans watching, if you're in Vegas, make sure you join the Players Club and make sure they know you're a veteran, because then they upgrade you to a higher status and you get more stuff. You're originally from Framingham, Missouri. I I thought that was Massachusetts. Is there a Framingham, Missouri, and a Framingham, Massachusetts? Is there? I don't know. Here, I'm gonna. Chris, can you
Believe
still hear
so.
me? Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Okay, I wasn't sure uh, if you had your audio on or not, because I was gonna just put you in the sidebar if you weren't. Um,
I mean,
only
you can
two
put me down
seasons.
if you want to for a minute. I have to fight with my cat and get my spot.
Okay, yeah, I'll just minimize you, and then when you come back, when your camera turns on, I'll put you back up. Only 2 seasons here: winter and road construction. Ain't that the freaking truth? That's what we say about Ohio too. When you can't get the grill out for a party, a well wish means they at least remember you exist. Is how I look at it. I mean, for me, birthdays were just never a big thing. Yeah, like Thomas just said, just another day. It, I mean, like I've said this to people, like if you were to buy my kid a birthday gift, that means more than you remember, way more. That's the kind of way I handle things. Which I'm a gift giver myself, so I get into that awkward thing where it's like, oh, you gave me a gift. Okay, what do I do now? It feels so weird to me. We have 90 people in the stream. If you would be so kind as to hit the like, share, subscribe, whatever you need to do, because we got people from Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube watching here. Not many on Facebook right now. Facebook, you better pick it up. We got more on Twitter than anywhere else. So, looking at you, Facebook. I just got out of Facebook jail again. I was not allowed to, for a week, not allowed to post in any of my groups. I don't care about Facebook. It's just another day, but it's a whole trip around the sun too, right? And then you look at, I want to say Neptune for a Neptune's year, I want to say is like 3 Earth years, if I remember correctly. I just was at the planetarium. Actually, it was the Griffith Observatory. You think I would have remembered that stuff, but no, comes in one ear, out the other. After being in a coma on my birthday and serving it, birthdays mean more to me then, or more to you now. Okay. I mean, I'm sure if I ended up in a coma, I'm sure they'd probably mean more to me. I just never been in a coma. I almost drank myself. I say, into a coma. To be a young Marine again. I'm just going to take a quick look here at what is trending on Twitter, because I am so far behind. I was trying to follow up on stuff earlier. There was a lot of Twitter drama. A lot of these people who were friends with the Multes and the Raketas, just going back and forth, because as I knew this would happen, they all started pointing fingers because they were all into drugs and weird, freaky sex stuff. And yeah, it was like a race to see who could get themselves in the most trouble there for a while. And it ended up with the Rakitas and April Multi. Not Twitter, it's X. I'll never call it X. That is so stupid. Like, it's not a good name for Twitter. Oh, I'm on X. It sounds like a drug. My birthday wish is always the same: 3 rednecks and a case of Ready Whip. Oh, 3 redheads and a case of Ready Whip. Why just redheads? You got a thing for redheads? Like, I'd go for a mix. I've been in Facebook jail for writing "Can't Let PE Joe" and the 304 went on a podcast. Yeah, that's essentially why I was put in Twitter jail. It's always with me. It's always memes. It's always memes, and what amazes me is the people who get butthurt over memes, or people who take memes personally. Like literally, I've had people get mad at me. In fact, very recently, get mad at me over memes, and it's like, you do realize I did not create this. This was not created about or for you. This was just created. And oh, sorry, Chris, I just saw that your camera's back up. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, I get amazed by people who get very butthurt over memes. Who calls Facebook Meta? Well, Facebook is still Facebook. It's just owned by Meta. Same thing with Instagram.
I call it
and they're
Speta.
trying. Good.
I said I call it Speta. It's special.
And I bought my son an Oculus Quest, and then it got bought by Meta. And yeah, like you have to have a Facebook account to use it, and it's like, ugh, gross. All you're doing is you're just putting people on the platform just to be like, oh, look how many people we have. It's like, it's so dirty and disgusting. Do we have anyone overseas watching us right now? Normally for one this late, I get the Aussies in here. I'm addicted to heads of the female gender.
I can see if I can get Andy in here from our Discord. He's from over.
Yeah, you can send anyone the invite. I don't care. Am I
just
still
got
a mod on a certain Facebook page? I am not. And here, okay, I'll address this because there were people accusing me of having beef with that. I have zero beef. I didn't ask to be a mod of that Facebook page. They removed me not because of anything I did with the page. In the admin chat, I again posted a meme that someone had a problem with. And it really was a very tame meme. But they removed me as a mod because the guy who runs that is very scared that Facebook group will be taken down. And the thing about it is, if you don't want me on your Facebook group, just tell me I don't want you in the Facebook group. I don't need to be around. You don't want me? I don't want to be around there. So what I do laugh about is they demodded me, and then they put me on a post restriction. And what's funny about that, it's like, why would I want to post there anymore? Why would I? I don't. If they remove me from the group, I would not care. But yeah, they pretty much there are people out there, especially in the what the hails sphere, discussing that. There are people who, on both sides, want to control how others think, feel, and talk. And I'm not about that. As a mod, I pretty much let everything go. I was like, look, these are the rules here. These are the published rules. You break them, I'm gonna do something, and I'll also make mention of it publicly. I don't like doing things in secret. I don't. The show's about transparency. I do everything transparent. But yeah, what other mods did, they did. But I really did very little moderation because I was like, why are you going to stop that person from talking? I would much rather call them a dumbass out in the group so everyone knows that they're a dumbass. But yeah, I was removed as a mod. Don't care. If you're still in that group, go on. I'm not going to be an active member of that group anymore. Really, it was getting lame to begin with. Because again, mods were removing so many people that it was turning into an echo chamber. And if you follow me and the groups that I'm in on Facebook, you know I am not about an echo chamber. I like calling stupid people stupid to their face.
I'm going to be quiet on that one.
The reason I'm not on Twitter is I tend to shy away from sites starting with the word twit. There's a lot of twits on Twitter.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of twits everywhere these days.
Sure. How long have you been on Twitter, Chris?
I joined up probably about a year before Elon took over, but I
Okay.
really wasn't doing too much on it because it was pretty much just a far left shithole at that point.
Yeah. So
Um,
the great days, I started Twitter in 2010. And those were the great days of Twitter because one, so many celebrities were on there actively, and Alec Baldwin really ruined that for everybody. Uh, but it was so great to go to a celebrity and tell them what you really thought of them and their shit movies to their face.
oh yeah, definitely.
I used to get so many celebrities mad at me. Uh, and the thing is, I initially didn't care about Twitter. I was like, okay, if you want to suspend me, suspend me. But it was a lot of fun shit posting on there. And then it started getting really like 2014, 2015 started getting really crappy and was crappy for about 5 years. But I've noticed it's getting fun again. Um, Slowly but surely, it is turning around. Welcome, Andrew.
Definitely.
Your banter with the stupid people. Yeah, I'll tell you, you can follow me on the fake What the Hales group. I am in there,
Hi,
and there's all
Andrew.
the stupid people are in there.
Sorry, Andrew's our buddy from Australia.
Oh, excellent. Would he want to come on screen with us?
You want to jump up here with us, Andrew?
I love talking with Aussies. Aussies and Kiwis are always my favorites. Get along with
He's
the
gonna
British too.
he's gonna smack the shit out of me later. He's gonna be, what the hell are you doing?
I can't stand Twitter. I don't even have an account. You'd be amazed at the people that can't stand Twitter who are on Twitter. And like for Facebook, I don't like Facebook, but I can tell you why I'm on Facebook. Like I've got family on there and Marines that
Yep.
I keep in touch with. But if I lose my Facebook tomorrow, I don't care. But Twitter, I'm on there to tell people how much they suck.
I trolled Joe Biden the other day. He
Oh
had
God,
said something. He had made a post about Trump being a threat to democracy and shit, and I said, everyone knows you're a liar and a puppet. I said, who has their hands up your ass now?
sorry, one of my
He
pins
said,
fell out. There we go.
Andrew said yes to joining us, so I will. Can I
Here's
just
the
send
thing.
him the same you sent me?
Yep, same link, and he'll show up in my sidebar. You know,
Already. I'll send you.
here's the thing. I have my political things. Everyone else has their own political things. You're right, but there were for a long time there were people on Twitter actively trying to stop one side of the debate, and that's not right. It's not good when conservatives do it. It's not good when liberals do it. We should all be able to have our marketplace of ideas.
Yep. And honestly, I want to know who thinks the horrible freaking shit that I don't like, because first off, I want to mock them relentlessly, you know, and secondly, I don't want to be around them.
You know, with some of these people, like you can tell those who are just trying to be firebrands. And don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly opposed to that. I like a good troll. I was the one on there saying I don't. For a while, I was like, I'm a male feminist. I don't think women should be forced to breastfeed in public. And I would get women who are like, that doesn't happen. And I was like, well, I guess you know who to thank. But yeah, it's one thing to be a firebrand. It's another thing to just try to deplatform people. And that's what was happening for a long time. And COVID really put it in everyone's faces. And yeah, there's lawsuits now. And I'm glad.
Now,
I hope a lot of people lose a lot of money for all the crap they did over those couple years. How dare you insult the Thunderbirds like that? Eric he says I think me and a veteran affairs media are still waiting on your reactions. Yep. I am a huge procrastinator and I suck. I will admit it. I do need to get on with getting that stuff done. What can I say? I suck. I get sidetracked. I very much get into projects. As an example, this Memorial Day weekend, started watching Shogun when it first came out, and I finally binge watched it and finished it this weekend. Did you watch that at all, Chris?
I have not. I don't have Discord or Netflix.
Remind me to talk with you offline. You don't need Netflix or any of that stuff. I can help you. Mercilessly mock control. You right? That's
Give me 1 second here, bud. I'm fighting with my headset.
Tommy, who comes on the show and who's a big fan. You saw me and him at The Price is Right. He gets very mad at me for my trolling.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't want to see the nonprofit get deplatformed. He's right. He is right. But I do have my other accounts that, I do have on Twitter that people can follow me at, my personal ones and Conspiracy Kitties. So I'm trying to do my trolling there. I do a little bit on the nonprofit.
Real quick. Andrew, I sent you the link on Discord.
Yeah, we'll see him getting here. Man, we've been on for an hour and 27 already. It always flies by.
Well,
We got 69 people. Go ahead.
I thought we're having fun.
True. We got 69 people here on Twitter and 24 on YouTube and one lowly person on Facebook. Whoever that person is on Facebook, welcome. Actually, welcome to all of you. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're welcoming Andrew to the show. Can you hear us, Andrew?
Okay, connection, is it working?
Yep, I got you.
Okay.
We might have a little bit of lag.
Sometimes StreamYard and it doesn't work, or it cuts me off.
I got to walk off screen and get something to drink real quick. But I'm going to turn off mine and I'll leave you guys up.
Okay.
Roger that.
Andrew's in charge because I'm a horrible leader.
I'm a horrible leader too. Got in from a day shift today, so. Oh yeah, another accident.
Another accident.
So, yeah, trying to get out of the lane, and I thought there was a break. I thought it was clear, and I clipped the car. Clipped a wing mirror. Yeah, it's a Jeep. That's the problem.
I'm back. I had to get my juice.
You're right.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so that's what's happening. So now I got to fork out another 800 to find somewhere. I don't have it. So things are gonna be okay, I hope. But my vehicle is undamaged, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut out here in a couple minutes because I'm supposed to be helping make strawberry jelly.
Oh, okay.
No worries.
But I appreciate
Strawberry
you having
jam.
me on. And,
Andrew, let me ask you this. Are you a fan of any American foods?
Oh, you can keep your shrimp and grits. I've had that before.
Skipper almost needed to clean his computer off.
I was just watching.
I do like some. Sloppy Joes are pretty good. Iced tea's great.
Isn't that the running gag here, Andrew?
Have you ever tried our biscuits and gravy?
No, but I know of them. Takes me back to a movie I used to watch from the guys who bought Courageous and those movies. Their first one, Flywheel, where they go out and they say, I went to somewhere else and I got a brisket. What? I went to Pearlie's. Really? What'd you get? I got a brisket. I was going to meet you at this other place. Where are you going to get a brisket? Yep. So I'm sure they taste great, but I know of them.
They have
To
sloppy
answer
joes in
Eric.
White House now.
It is going to be jelly.
Jelly
But
or jam.
hey, you all be safe. Thank you again. Skipper, I look forward to tomorrow. I will send you the invite about 3:45 my time.
Okay.
But we'll see you then. Everybody, be safe. Good seeing you, and we'll talk to you later.
Have a good one.
Ciao.
Yeah, I've got a couple of your fellow countrymen that follow me on Instagram, and they always
yep.
send me the funniest videos. It's funny because Americans and Australians and even the Kiwis, we all tend to get along because we don't take each other seriously.
We do. Unless there's a rugby field, we'll get on with the Kiwis.
I almost got into a fight on a golf course in Abu Dhabi. I was golfing with this Kiwi couple, and there was a foursome, all of young male Australians behind us, and I will admit, we were playing slow, and they hit into us. And this old dude, he's like 60, and he's like, "That's effing BS, mate." Goes over and he starts stomping their balls into the green, and they come up and like they're all ready to fight, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to take on 4 dudes by myself because this dude and his wife are not gonna be able to. And like they exchanged some words, and then we're like, forget about it, and we all shook on it, hugged, and everything, and played on.
That sounds like something we do.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun living overseas. I might go back overseas, just because I had so much fun. Just with all the international people that I met, it was a good time. But my business partner wants to take me to Thailand next.
Yeah.
I've never been.
No, neither have I. Been to Bali once, and I do not want to go back.
Actually, a friend of mine who I hung out with quite a bit in Abu Dhabi, she was a kindergarten teacher, and at the American school. But when she left there, we lost track of her because she went to be a teacher for a year in North Korea, and she told me that's what she wanted to do, and I was like, "Why would you want to do that?"
Yeah, why?
Okay, I'm going to address a comment. 2 awesome dogs just said, "Skipper, have you seen Judge Simpson today, who has a suspended license on Zoom driving?" So I used to go to Eastern Michigan University, and I was a journalism student, and I had a professor he told us, he was like, "Okay, today you have to go to court. Leave class right now, go to court, come back with 3 stories." And we all went to court, and I didn't go to like the big murder trials or the big trials going on. I went into small claims court, and I sat there and I was just sitting there watching the drama like, oh my God, yeah, okay. It was like Judge Judy. I'm writing furiously. And I came back, I had like 5, 6 stories, and my journalism professor loved it. But that is in Washtenaw County, which is also where Ann Arbor, Michigan is. And Judge Simpson, he was a judge then. I do remember seeing him. I didn't go into his courtroom. But he had a reputation all the way back then and he now has gotten famous online. So if you start looking up Judge Simpson videos, he's an older black gentleman, and he's no nonsense, and he always gets the best cases. The guy on YouTube I follow with them is a guy named Old Squishy Gardner, but a lot of other people have picked up on Judge Simpson's content. How he gets these crazy people in his courtroom, I don't know, because you watch the other judges in that same courthouse, they never get them. But I did watch that, and it's hilarious. Maybe with Restream, it doesn't pick up the sound. So, you know what? Maybe I'll try to pick it up. I'll try to share screen. Maybe I can pick up the sound for it. Sorry, Andrew. I'm just trying to.
You're right. Take your time.
Because if I can pull this up, it's pretty funny. Actually, I do know it's on Twitter. Close. Some of these things with their pop-ups.
That's annoying.
Okay, if I can pull this up. Okay. Okay, so here's the video.
Now.
Wait. Can you hear me, Andrew?
Not yet, but
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks that the court would allow.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Oh,
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at
Yes.
his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended, and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
oh,
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
That is exactly what Judge Simpson gets in his court all the time. All the time.
oh, that just sounds like something stupid.
Like, you're there for a suspended license and you're on Zoom driving.
Yeah. You don't
Yeah,
have a license. What are you doing on the road? Are you an adult?
How no one has picked up on Judge Simpson for a higher, like Michigan Supreme Court judge or federal court judge, I don't know, because he is awesome. But yeah, definitely go check out those watching. Check out just go to YouTube and type in Judge Simpson, and he comes right up. And there's a ton of videos, and he always gets the dumbest people. And even when it's like a normal case and he's just doing the arraignment, they always do something stupid in front of him. I need to start sending. Maybe that's what we should do for the nonprofit. Maybe we should do a fundraiser to send like a gift basket to Judge Simpson. But let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen. So yeah, fun stuff like that. I'm glad I got the audio to work. Last time I was doing the audio with this, it didn't work on Restream. Don't know what I was doing wrong, but
Well, maybe they just cut it off.
I'm going to share the screen again, but this one in Raz's for him. Here's H. Pearl Davis, who asks, "Are gingers a minority? How should I vote? Yes or no? Yay or nay?" Anyone? I'm going to say yay. They're a minority. 82% of people say they're a minority. So they should get reparations.
Reparations for being redheads? Nope.
For being
You
ginger.
wanger.
Just for being unable to go out into the sun. I am not a ginger, but I do carry the gene, so I create gingers.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's one guy that I've been struggling with on another Discord. He's a ginger, and he thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread.
All you have to do with gingers feel more pain than anyone else. It's actually proven. So if you can slap him across the face, he'll feel it more than any other guy.
I mean, he swears at me all the time. He says, we're going down this same road again. I don't know what I've done. It's like he thinks he knows how to do everything and he's good at everything. So he's perfection. Except that his pronouns now seem to be it. So he uses, I think they, them, and it are his pronouns.
Wow. I've had a transgendered vet on the show. I was very gracious to her. Actually, he made me. He was like, "Yeah, I'm trans. I'm not a woman." But it was an interesting conversation. If anyone wants to look that up on the YouTube channel, I was very gracious, but I'm the first to admit I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't see it either. And the reason why I don't get it is because so many of them are actually coming back and realizing that the mistake was to go through the procedures and become the woman.
Right.
And then when that doesn't change anything, it's too late. Or they can only go back halfway.
Yep.
So they can't be fully.
And they will argue that their hormone therapy doesn't cause any damage, and it's like, oh no, it absolutely does. It causes damage.
The funniest thing I remember, and this was about 3 years ago or so, there was one chat that I was on. It was a debate about something, and it was two trans women talking about getting pregnant.
I mean,
knowing that they couldn't.
Okay, do you know what they're doing here now? They're throwing gay men off of Grindr for being bigots because they refuse to date trans men who have vaginas. I wish that was some type of joke and that I was making it up, but it's real. It's a real thing.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. And I wouldn't go anywhere near Grindr anyway.
I do want to show something. This is a video. This is a tent city that just sprung up in Pittsburgh. And I show this because I was just in LA, and LA is nothing more but a Bidenville tent city. Everywhere you go, this is what this is our reality here. What you see, and really sad. But we're talking about trans and regret and all this stuff. The one thing I will say, all these homeless people in Pittsburgh living in tents, oh yeah, it's summer, it's nice now. You're gonna regret that come December.
Winter.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The Midwest and the north of the U.S. has less of a homeless problem because the winter tends to take care of it. Suddenly, people find somewhere to stay.
Yeah, car anywhere else.
Like, hey, maybe I should get out of the outdoors. Maybe I should go get that job.
Maybe I should get some shelter over my head so I feel warm.
Now, where I am, it's hot all year long. It's when I
Mhm.
say hot, it's livable. Right now is
Yep.
actually getting into the worst part of the year. We're not triple digits yet, but we're getting there.
Oh, you go for triple digits in Fahrenheit. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I am familiar with Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So am I.
it has come up almost to the 50s here.
Yep.
Um,
Degrees Celsius.
yep, yep.
Yep.
Uh,
So that means what, 100 plus that is, isn't it?
oh, it's almost 120.
Yeah. So I was going to say
Yep.
110, 120, somewhere in there.
It's probably like 40 here on the warm days right now. But we've had a really calm year, so it's really hasn't been. I'm not going to complain. It hasn't been that bad. I do have my. I've got a hot tub, one of those inflatable hot tubs. It's all hooked up, but I do not have the heat on. I'm keeping it cool.
Yeah. I mean, here in Brisbane, it will get into the 30s. In Ipswich, it will head out to the late 30s, maybe might enter a 40. But if you want to get into the 40 degrees Celsius plus, you go into the Australian outback.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here's one thing that still blows my mind that Americans don't know. Americans don't realize Australia is as big as the continental U.S.
Yes, it is, but it's mostly desert.
Yeah. But they think it's small, and it's like, no, it's pretty damn big.
It's the biggest island continent in the world. So it's both a country and a continent at the same time.
And then you got those weirdos out on Tasmania.
Oh yeah, we cut them adrift years ago.
Oh, I did serve with the Tongans too.
Oh yes,
so I got to experience that.
you got to experience the Tongan patrol boats.
They were very proud. When they showed up, they did their haka, which was cool. Like they had replaced the Bahrainis, and the Bahrainis were great. I just didn't stick around with them that much. I was only with the Tongans for about a month and a half, so I didn't get to know them as well. The ones I met were nice.
Yeah. Yeah, my supervisor is a Tongan.
I'm trying to think of any other fun things. I used to mess with all the Australians that I was stationed with the exception of when we were training the UAE Presidential Guard, and their commanding general is a retired Australian SAS general, and really cool guy. He was always trying to get us Marines to rock climb, and I'm not much of a rock climber, but I did do a forced march with him. And me and him, we finished about the same time on that forced march. So it was, and he was in some great shape. That was when I was starting to hit my health issues. So I wasn't as great a shape as what I did when I became an officer. When I became an officer, I was in some pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But
well, we're running out of officers too. We're running out of staff in our defense forces.
We're gaining a lot of female officers, but that's because we're now doing gender reassignment. So
yes, we even have one in Australia who's gone through that rubbish.
I just watched a YouTube video. The Spanish Army allows men to transition without the surgery. So you can just be like, yeah, I'm a female soldier today. Your pay goes up, your pension goes up, and you get put in nicer housing. It's like, I'd be like, I'm a chick now. Sorry.
Danger pay.
I'll come in looking like Corporal Klinger from MASH.
Now that would be a sight in any defense force.
Back then, he was trying to get out of the military.
Yes, he was. In any way possible.
I was getting a lot of hate. I posted a joke today. I post military dad jokes every once in a while, and I posted a Chuck Norris one today. I said, for those who, this is true. Chuck Norris was in the Air Force. Most people don't know that, but he was in the Air Force. And very early in his career, he almost decapitated himself by saluting.
Really? Whoa.
Chuck Norris jokes. I flew a few mission with some AU helicopter pilots, great bunch of pilots. I haven't done that. We did have an Australian pilot do a fire mission for us, so that's as close as I got. I was always stationed with the British.
There's a joke about the Kiwi Air Force. They don't have an Air Force. They bought the A4 Skyhawks off the Australian Navy, and then they retired them because they couldn't fire the missiles because the army didn't have enough bullets.
Oh, okay. I'll check out. I got Patriot for Life Meemaw. She sent me an email. I'll check that out. I will. Sorry, I do get behind on my emails sometimes just because I've got like 5 emails I have to keep up on. Trying to think what else. What else was funny that happened today? I'm looking around. Yeah, you'd think I'd be able to remember all the stuff that I see, but I'm like 5-second Dave. I see something 5 seconds later, it's gone.
Your memory is like a sieve.
Right. That and my hearing's going. Angel gets so mad at me because she'll be talking to me and she likes to have music on all the time. Well, the music just makes everything garbled for me, so I don't realize it, and I won't hear it. And she'll be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Sorry."
Yeah, I know that. I know that problem.
Oh God, I'm scrolling through my Twitter and I really want to show this Alex Jones meme, but I don't want to be deplatformed.
Oh, Jings, that was something that we weren't doing 5 years ago.
Right.
You just take a word and you put D in front of it. Demasculinize, deconvert. What's the other classic I heard it a few years ago? Atheists have started offering debaptizing services.
I'm gonna show you this one.
Our families and our homes.
This is big in the U.S. These are all the people freaking out over a guy doing donuts.
Spokane city leaders are sounding the alarm about hate in the city after that Pride crosswalk in downtown was set on fire Thursday morning. Thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Whitney Ward. The day after a group of people set fire to that Pride crosswalk in downtown Spokane, dozens of city leaders came together to show their support for the LGBT.
So there's a citywide manhunt to find the guy who did donuts on the pride flag that they painted on the street, and it's like, you're just
hat.
I'm a fan of a lot of sports teams. You'll never see me advocating painting the flag of the team on the street at any point because you're inviting people to do that.
Yep.
Meemaw says she's normally quietly stalking Mike in the background. It's good to be stalked.
Yeah, I mean, what did I see? A few months ago, I saw some footage of the pride flag. It was American pastor. His name was Mark Driscoll. He put all the colors out in individual colors, and he poured them all into one cup. And as he poured the color in and poured the last color in, the cup went black. So all the colors of the rainbow flag, if you mix them together, you get darkness.
I'll show this one. This was a tweet I sent to a guy I've had on my show, Buzz Patterson. He worked for Bill Clinton in the White House. He was one of his military aides, and he's a pilot. So I asked him pilot questions. Your thoughts on the contrail or chemtrail conspiracy? What bugs did you eat in SEER training? And worst part about flying, and any UFO experiences. And I will now pull up his answers, which I thought were really fun. He said, chemtrails are complete BS. It's condensation from hot engines in very cold temperatures. I went to SEER school in the Canadian Rockies in winter. I was snow covered and miserable. We lived on rabbit, 2 squirrels we trapped, a fish, and 1 MRE. No bugs. So if you ever talk to an American service member who's been to SEER training, almost always they've eaten bugs. Almost every single time. The worst part about flying, he said, is the international overnights and 24-hour duty days, then sleeping in a strange hotel or tent and do it again 12 hours later. And about UFOs, he said, in 36 years of flying, I never saw anything I couldn't explain. So I thought those were some pretty good answers.
I mean, UFOs, yeah, you look at the footage of it. Oh boy. That's another piece I just don't understand.
So where I live is outside of Joshua Tree, California. And very famous national park we have here. People come from all over the world because of the stupid U2 album and all the movies they do out here. But back in the 70s, one of the main guys who talked about UFOs lived out here, and he wrote several books about being abducted, and then he built a thing called the Integratron, which he using the alien technology that he had been gifted. And it's pretty much just a wooden building, but it does have good acoustics. So a couple of lesbians bought it and turned it into a place where they now do sound baths.
Oh, jings.
That's how NPR has not come out here just to do shows. I don't know, but
NPR, who's that?
That's the U.S.'s national public radio.
Okay.
Yeah, most people overseas don't know that. Yeah, we do have publicly funded stuff. It sucks, so no one ever watches it. NPR is completely boring, and it's very far left. So. Everything is about identity politics. So actually, if I can pull up, there was a funny bit that they did on Parks and Recreation.
Oh, not that stupid idiot masculinity thing and turning into a woman on the spot and then saying, here's some stuff for cross-dressing in the outback to go outdoors. I remember that one.
Is this the one I'm trying to see here? Hold on here. It's what's funny is it's always the it's the guy who did the voices on The Simpsons.
Hank Azaria.
Who? Not Hank Azaria. It was the guy that does Homer's voice.
Oh, okay.
So he would always be the NPR guy on the show. So here, I'll pull this up. This was always funny. I got to make sure I get the audio up. Okay.
Support for Pawnee Community Radio comes from listeners like you. and from the new film The Shadows of Seven Heads, the dramatic tale of an Israeli soldier who falls in love with conjoined Palestinian sextuplets. Out soon from Focus Features.
Welcome to Thought. For your thoughts, I'm your host, Derry Merbles, sitting in for Nina Joplin, who is touring the country performing a spoken word opera about pear-shaped women. My guest today is City Council woman Leslie Knope.
It is a pleasure to be back, Derry. Your show last week on dolphin lactation was just riveting radio. Derry, my team and I are trying to build a park. And we need input on the design from you, the citizens of Pawnee. So I guess I'm here to send out the bat signal.
A bat signal, for listeners who might not know, refers to the children's character, the Bat Man, a strong gentleman who fights crime nocturnally.
That's correct. Well put. This park is going to be a celebration of Pawnee, by Pawnee, and for Pawnee.
So, yeah, that's a good representation of what national public radio in the U.S. looks like. It's just horrible. But I did like that.
I couldn't listen to that for 5 seconds. I'd be gone.
There are people who will drive across country listening to that, and it's like, this is unlistenable. But what's funny is, yes, she is not here. She's doing a play, a spoken word play about pear-shaped women. That is 100% what they do on that I guess network. Yeah, I was gonna say
it is a network. It has to be.
Oh,
I mean, we do have government funded stuff like that here in Australia too, and it's just garbage.
At Alaska and Denali Park, construction workers were told to take down the American flag as it is a distraction and might offend people.
Yeah.
I love how we can burn the American flag because that's free speech, but if you burn a pride flag, that's a hate crime.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course it is. Why would you even own one? I wouldn't waste my money on it to begin with.
And what's funny is, I'm near Palm Springs, California, which is a very big. They've been very accepting since all the way back in the 80s. It was very accepting, and there's one road there which is where all the gay bars are. It's called Arenas Avenue. And when I was an officer in our safety briefs, we had to tell the heterosexual Marines, do not go to Arenas Avenue. Do not go there. We get that you are very accepting of gay people, but once they find out, and they will find out that you're the straight guy there, they're going to roofie and essay the shit out of you. And yeah, I had Marines who that happened to. It's like the Marines. I've never been to Thailand, but they do warn the Marines when they go to Thailand about the lady boys. And hey, if you hire for those, you make sure to pay them their money because you don't want to be the guy who got beat up by a Thai kickboxer who is in heels.
Yeah. I heard somebody else talking about that when I was working at a place about 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. Yeah, he goes back to Thailand and he says you have to really literally watch the streets you go down because you go down one and it might be women, you go down the other one and it will guarantee you that it will be men or lady boys.
Me and my business partner, we do want to travel overseas. He wants to go there. I've got no problem going there. Here's what I want to do. I'm not going there for the party. I want to befriend an elephant. I want to go to one of those elephant sanctuaries where you feed the elephants and wash them. I think that would be cool. Much like the Blue Oyster Bar in Police Academy. You know what I need to add to the soundboard is Mahoney from Police Academy when he's in the podium and he sticks his head out and says, "Good speech." If you know the scene, you know why it's funny.
I don't recall the scene, but I have watched most of them, and they are very funny anyway.
The first one still holds up. The rest of them, not so much. But that first one, I can still watch that and laugh legitimately.
Yeah, I could probably still laugh at them because I know they're satire.
Right.
I know they're satire, and it's just that's just what satire is. It's just making fun of the police force, and hey, some of it is actually quite true. The arrogance within it, at least.
Especially that time where they were trying to convert all the police forces in America from being like, your stereotypical white guy, with like when he tells them to go get haircuts, they get buzz cuts, and he's like, damn good haircuts, man. Yeah, that movie holds up.
Then you get the Proctor character who always runs around after what's his name, the lieutenant.
Those movies were just good first. They don't make stupid laugh movies, just stupid movies with a low budget just to make people laugh. They don't do that anymore.
No, they don't. They don't. Although I think the Citizens on Patrol was very funny.
One guy was talking about how bad movies have fallen off, and people were kind of arguing with him and saying, "No, you just think that." And he literally started posting. He was going through old American newspapers, posting the movie section, and with every one, like there would be 10 movies, and at least half of them would be like, "Okay, yeah, I would pay money to watch that again."
Yeah, sorry,
I don't think the writers. Eric says, I don't think the writers of Police Academy could have dreamed of Acorn Cop being a real thing. Have you seen that, Andrew?
No, I haven't.
So we had a cop here in the U.S. who they had a suspect that they suspected of beating up his girlfriend. They had him in cuffs, put him in the back of the car. And as he's walking around the car, an acorn falls onto the car, and he immediately thinks, shots fired, and goes running and stumbling, and he empties his whole magazine of bullets into the car. Thankfully didn't kill the guy, and he's like, shots fired, and he's like, I got hit in the leg. Yeah, he fell on the ground and scratched himself because he panicked.
I don't remember that scene. I do not remember that scene, but it would be hilarious.
I'm having fun with the soundboard.
Oh yeah, there's more fun with life, isn't there?
Oh, speaking of Police Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if you could hear that clip, but I always play that one whenever it's I do a story about the trans.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can't hear the soundboard.
No, I haven't got it. I'm not hearing it.
Let me go to it and see if I need to up the
ante, up sound.
Yeah, I do have it, and I've been. Maybe that's why no one's reacted to it, is because just can't hear it. Okay, so I'm signed in. Looks like everything's good for it.
Maybe it's just somewhere that's picking up on the sensor somewhere. I don't know. StreamYard does it too. If you play music on it and you're not supposed to, they will silence it and mute it.
Well, this should be okay because it's not. It's not music.
No, but if it's any other clip, something you're not supposed to be playing, something that's against the rules of the site, they will just blanketly mute or shut down the channel, shut the stream off. Even that's bad enough.
Yeah, this shouldn't be that because all these are so short. Because honestly, I got to keep these. That's the one thing that does suck about the Stream Deck I did buy because I bought a mobile one. It can't take too large of files, so it's got to be all small stuff. I'm just checking my audio settings here. Okay, I'll have to figure it out later.
Sometimes you just can't figure them out.
It's okay, because I'm going to probably be ending this stream anyway. I talked about the big things that I wanted to get to. But I'm glad Chris was able to bring you in on this. It was definitely fun.
Glad I was able to come in too. I'm going to have to go myself soon too, because I got to go back to work this afternoon.
Yeah, don't work too hard. That's for sure.
Too hard. I only get 3 hours a day. The only reason I got this morning was because the boss said to me, "Can you come in tomorrow?"
Yeah, my boss doesn't say that to me. I don't think he wants me around.
I mean, it's only vacuum cleaning, and it's at a school, so everything starts at 7:30. There's things going on, so it's like, oh boy, you got to rush and you got to get through it.
See, I think we should do what the Japanese do and make the kids clean the school.
No, thank you. I wouldn't have a job.
No, you'd be in charge of telling them what to do.
No, they wouldn't need me. I'm just a vacuum cleaner.
You'd be like, scrub harder.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't think you could do it to the kids, because you got to put the vacuum cleaner on the back and carry it around.
Oh, see, yeah, here they'd be like, "I'm sorry, I'm trans, and that's a hate crime."
Yeah, and I identify as a cardboard box, and my pronouns are thing and cousin it.
I do want to show one quick thing. So as everyone knows, we've got the Veteran Nation Foundation that, that's where we sell our t-shirts, and portion of the money comes back to help all the veterans who, help, that we try to help. And I do want to, we're pushing out this shirt. This is Baldwin's Justice, his Old West Justice. Show every outlaw in your town that we ain't shooting blanks. So there we go. Alec Baldwin with the teardrop tattoo. Make everyone comply. So that's the shirt that I'm pushing this week. So if you can, if you're looking for a funny shirt, especially if you're going to be a juror in this trial, I highly recommend that shirt. Might get you out of jury duty.
Can't have him. Convict.
The judge, what were you thinking? I just thought people would be interested. But yeah, as Eric put it in the chat, veterannationfoundation.com. You can go, you can buy any one of our shirts there. So yeah, I'm hawking my wares.
Trying to stay alive.
I do have shirts that, there are people who've helped me out. I'm giving them shirts. So I've got shirts here. I've been getting some and wearing them around. But yeah, they're good shirts. They're good t-shirts. So I don't like asking for donations. So people who want to give to the nonprofit, I always tell them, buy a shirt. You get something out of it. We get something back.
Last time I bought shirts from a site in America, it was $150 for 3 shirts.
Oh, wow.
Postage and handling.
What's
and
that?
Airmail. Postage and handling and airmail. They were Mark Dye shirts. Do you know who he is?
I don't.
He's a Californian YouTuber who goes around and he is an anti-Democrat and very pro-Republican. Way back in 2016 when the things were going around and there was, how they had they were trying to blame the Russians and the Russian bots took control of the election. He used to have a t-shirt on it with the Russian bot thing on it. So basically, I'm a Russian bot and I'm stealing stuff off the US information thing. The other one is it's a shirt that says you wear it and it says contains facts that may offend.
One of the favorite One of my favorite memes I stole from someone was it was a picture of Stalin, and it said, "I enjoy this meme, comrade. I am going to take it and redistribute it to the worker populace." So that's a pretty clever one too. The Russian bot. I'll have to definitely check that one out.
Here is what I came across at a cigarette shop in Australia.
Oh.
So it's by Lefty Trigger, and it says "Make Gnomes Great Again."
I'm interested in seeing what South Park is going to do if Trump wins, because South Park has been pretty brutal here lately, and they were pretty brutal the last time around. So I'll be interested in seeing what they do with Trump in their stuff, because they're normally pretty funny.
Well, nobody in Australia wants Trump to win.
Wink, wink.
No, nobody in Australia wants Trump to win because they think that he's Hitler.
You know, and that's people who say stuff like that. I'm always like, can you point to one thing? And they can never. They're just like, well, he's trying to end democracy. It's like, huh?
Yeah, how's he trying to do that? Well, he's an insurrectionist. That's scarier.
Taking him off the ballot illegally here, and I'm just like,
I've got people who think I know people who think Joe Biden is actually clever.
What's funny is my friend who lives in the UK. I talk with her and she is not political at all. And like towards the end of Trump's presidency, she was like, you know, they said he was all these horrible things, but I kind of like him. And I was like, oh, I love him. And now she is big time a Trump fan. She's like, it's amazing watching all the people who hated him now love him. And they all think that she's like, over here, everyone thinks that Joe Biden is a complete knob.
Well, I know he's a complete knob. He has to go out of his country to get recognized as anything significant.
Well, I don't know if you've been following much closely, but we did find out some interesting things about Joe Biden this week, actually last week. He cares so much about his child's hygiene that he used to shower with his daughter.
Yes, I did know that. That's not new. I read The Laptop from Hell and I bought a copy as well. So I know what that's like. I remember the book, and Joe Biden. The whole reason they silenced that was because Joe Biden would have lost the election if that had been allowed to go out.
Right.
I swear he would have.
It's funny. I don't take any of it seriously. Like, I have fun with it on Twitter, but people get mad.
You take a computer, you go to a repair shop, you know it's got some stuff on it that's bad, and you don't get it back. Really?
Right.
Really?
Or you leave your diary at the rehab place that has all the intimate family secrets on it.
Yep. Yeah. And all the stories he likes to tell that aren't true, like the fire he had that was supposedly a raging inferno. All that stuff. What really annoyed me was when he looked at the watch 13 times in that video with the 13 servicemen who got killed because he had to send them back in to Afghanistan.
Yep. Two of them were from out in this area.
I mean, that's just stupid.
It's sad. I don't think this is actually going to be a close election myself, so I'm not panicking too much. But I do have to end the stream because I got to get some.
They go. Yeah.
But I'm going to end this because I got to go get some dinner.
Too,
it's getting warm in here, so I'm probably going to go hop in the pool. But I appreciate you coming on the stream. Definitely let me know if you'd like to come on again. I've enjoyed this.
I'll come back in if I can.
Okay. Well,
Here
you
we go
take care and have a good day at work.
Leaving. There we are. I see it.
Yep. Have a good one. All right, everyone. I'm going to be finishing up. Please, before you leave, hit a like, subscribe, share this. It was a fun time. 2 hours, 2.5 hours almost. And yeah, we talked about all the stuff I wanted to. And sorry if I have not been posting enough stuff. I am trying to do better. I was doing a lot of editing this weekend. So I'm going to try to get everything out there. And you all have a good one, blessed week. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.